Hello, everybody, and welcome to Signature Esports. This is Bryant Lucas, and we want to welcome everybody to the Speedy Trophy Truck Series here in the Chop Shop Racing League. We're happy to be here today. It's going to be a fun race tonight at the 2 Mile Oval in Fontana, California. It's a very fun track. Got 14-degree banking. It's just a blast to run, and the track changes a ton here at Autoclub. There'll be people all around the racetrack. We're liable to see 4, 5, even 6 wide tonight, guys. It is going to be a great night, and we want to thank Speedy Trophies for presenting this series. Speedy Trophies is awesome. I recently won a Daytona 500 on iRacing, and I went on there. I'm like, I want to get myself a trophy. Went on there, went to the website. It was really easy. You go in. It's not that expensive either. I went in and typed in racing. Found a nice, good trophy that I liked, and ordered it, and it was only like $30 for a trophy with my name on it and even one of my team logos on there. So go check out speedytrophies.com. It's gonna be a fun night tonight. Got 38 car field. It should be a lot of fun.
It'll be a ton of fun. How is everybody doing out there? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from my side of the booth over here. We are, I was setting up driver cam, so I thought Bryant could bring us on in. Bryant Lucas on board with myself. Of course, my name is Jason. Hope everybody's having a phenomenal night out there. It is that time. We're California are dreaming, and we're in week 11, getting close to the playoffs already. For this series, and Chop Shop's just been knocking it out of the park each and every week. It is the way it is. Fontana going to give us 100 laps here today. Ball Status B&B Music, Edmund Box, Flagel Paints, knocking things out of the park each and every week as well. ChopShopRacing.net, where you can join the Chop Shop Racing Series. Of course, you can find our link in the description. And, of course, you'll be able to find also links to their Discord. You're talking about 2 miles in length. How about that awkward shape down that backstretch? Turn 2 is kind of weird. It kind of has this little kick out that drops back into turn 3. D-shaped oval here looks like a weird peanut. For the most part, weather for today's race is going to be 68 degrees in the air temperature, 58% humidity, cloudy skies all over the place, 5-mile-an-hour wind. It's going to be shaking up and moving out. Track temperature very, very cold. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. No fast repairs. They're going to 4 sets of tires. Stage lap's going to be on lap 30 or the completion thereof, and it's all about it. And the biggest part about this series is the incident point count. 20 laps, the max.
20 exits is the max here. Is that what you meant to say there, Jason?
I said 20 incidents, the max. That's it. What I said.
Oh. I heard 20. I heard 20 laps.
No,
I swear you said
no. 20 incidents, the max. Before they get a black flag, okay. And before they get a black flag, and then I think it's every 10 incidents after that. It is very strict, and we enjoy seeing competitive racing. Of course, this has been one of the bigger fields that you've been able to see here as of late for Chop Shop, and they continue to grow each week. In this Tuesday Night Truck Series, which has been an absolute blast to run. We truly do enjoy this series because, they've kept our Tuesday nights. It's the Tuesday nights have been the night that we've been able to watch every league just grow and grow and grow and grow. So very cool. We get to see some big names, some good drivers, some familiar names, and of course drivers looking to take it on each other and try to put some things out there. Of course, here's a look at your points right now. Nathan Biggert with 5 wins on the season so far, leads in points coming in, but this is not a win and in series. This is a race your way in, and you got to be there in the top 16 in points right now. Jerry Culver on the split there with Brandon Banks, and Brandon Banks only 1 point off of where Jerry Culver is, and Brandon's very close to getting a win. Kobe Hartunga with a win on the series. Wesley Straight has 2 wins. Jeremiah Burke has a win on the series as well. Stage points are going to matter just as much. Sam Benson with a win on the series. That's a look at what they've got going on here for the Ball Stats points here for Chop Shop Racing. How about it? Starting grid. You're ready to go. I'm ready to go. We're all knocking it out of the park. Colby Hartung, Mark Retchin are going to make up your front row. Joshua Brock, Jeremiah Burke going to make row number 2. Anthony Shook, Brandon Banks will be there row number 3. Krober, Brian Rayburn there row number 4. Strickland's going to have Eric Schaefer to his outside. Big Schaefer is back at the big side. He is a very, 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 very fast race car driver, and I know that he likes those Xfinity cars a lot. So we're going to see what he does here at the Truck Series. Nathan Biggert back there with Mark Odell in row number 6.
We got Sam Benson in row number 7 with his friend John Hammond in that Chevrolet in row 8. Yes, row 8 is going to be Wesley Strait and Michael Caffrey in the 77. The Aussie starting 16th. The Canadian Jason Day coming in 17th in row 9 with Connor Hazel in that Chevrolet. The row 10 is going to be Brandon Porter and Brad Dove. Row 11, Jason Hastings, CJ. Row 12 is going to be Greg Whitehead and Michael Newbrow in that 6 truck. Row 13 is going to be Ryan Wendt and Donnell Williams. 14, Anthony Crownover, Michael Coulter Jr., Robert Church, and Hayden Malcolm will make up row 15. Row 16 will be Jorge Rincon and Anthony Demiani in that Ford. Row 17 is going to be Devin Asuna. Sorry, gotta give me a second on that one. And Bobby G in row 17. Row 18 is going to be Colton Henry and Chris Roberge. And in the last row, we've got Alex Thompson and Joe Thompson. Thompson twins in the back.
19 rows of drivers, 38 of them ready to rock and roll. This is going to be the absolute blast as Fontana is going to go from Sunset Skies to nighttime racing here for 100 laps. They are going to run 200 miles. It is the best of the best of the best out there ready to rock and roll. We'll see just who's going to be able to put it on them and who's going to be able to hold on to their race lines. We have done what we can to make sure that the drivers who do have their paint schemes locked in for their banners. Some drivers are probably wearing them and I just can't see them. We'll see. If you could ever think about making my computer cook, it is going to be done. How about Munier back in the mix? Good to see CJ out there running. Love to see it. Mr. Spicy out there watching from work on YouTube. Thank you on Twitch. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Much love to you, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great day. Kobe Hartung ready to lead them off as they're going to go green flag racing for 100 laps here at Auto Club. Joshua Brock on the inside holds on to that second lane. He's going to drive all the way up the race line. 5 wide can happen. But right now we're going to be looking at 3 wide as they continue to work the corner. Off the top line is the 14. Breaks the draft. Tries to get to the 43. 43 into Anthony Shook on the bottom side. Back to it. 3 wide again. Here comes Jeremiah Burke.
Jeremiah Burke in the 53, trying to make it work on the bottom. 3 wide here. We're going to see a lot more of that. If someone comes down, he was clear of that. The 43, we got Brock up high, trying to make it work. Going to go 3 wide down to the triple. Going to shove it on the bottom. The high lane's going to be faster. The bottom lane's going to be faster. It all depends on where the speed is.
New tires will work out. Striker there to the back bumper of the 54. 54 clears up to 7th. Right now, Connor Hazel up to back here to the 16th spot. 44 trying to go back-to-back podiums. Got the victory last night for the Geomax Dirt Series here for Chop Shop. Now trying to work his way forward. 52, Jason Day right behind. Caffrey off 1, trying to move forward, but he's got time. Lots of time here for Fontana. As lap 3 is underway, Kobe Hartung leads all 3 laps so far. This one's going to be about patience early on. It's a big dang old field, and every one of these drivers is going to be just as fast, but tire wear is going to be the biggest factor. This is a tire shredder, folks. We're 238 side by side. Brandon Banks is Schaefer behind. Eric Schaefer in that 47. Keep your eye on that Chevy as he has the Paul's Drilling Company Chevy Silverado into the corner.
Eric Schaefer back there in ninth, trying to get it to cook in that 47. Looking clean up there. Lots of action for about fourth place. We got Krober underneath the 43 of Brock. They're too wide back. You got the 88 of Michael Strickland back there, trying to just sit there and be patient. He's waiting. Jeremy Burke to the lead as he cruises down that bottom side. You know, you get into turn one, you get that nice good hook around the bottom of the corner, you can get a good run, but you got to beat the guy on the outside who's got an even better run with all that speed kicking on the outside. 3 wide back there with the 7 of Anthony Shook, trying to make it work. Brock just staying in place, making it work.
Shook off the bottom here. Looks like, I don't know if he blinked out or if he's got something going on. Does look like maybe just a connection issue as Mark Retchin looks to be the driver there, all in that kind of that weird spot. Hopefully Shook's all right. Eric Schaefer up on the high side with Brandon Banks. Mark Retchin to the bottom side. Battle for 6th. He's up here for the Chevys. Right now, first Ford is going to be Jeremiah Burke. Next Ford is going to be Sam Benson. Toyota, well, that's all the way back here with Ryan Went, who is the only Toyota in the field.
Ryan Went, always with that Toyota and that beautiful Chopping It Up podcast. He was got a 28 below him. The 12 trying to work on him too. Ryan Went really taking care of those tires right now. He's got Alec Thompson behind him and Anthony Demiani in the Ford.
5 Fords. Anthony Shook still with a little bit of a connection issue here. Side by side racing for the lead for the 14 and 53. Jeremiah Burke to the bottom side. Hartung down to the back straightaway up high. Runs low. Hartung crosses over. Has to drop in. Burke goes to the outside. 88 in tow. Here comes Burke. Burke side by side with the 88. 88 to second. Trying to get it clear as they slide. 14 leads again as Burke takes the high side. Here comes TJ Krober.
TJ Krober pushing the 53 of Jeremiah Burke, the 14 playing super speedway strategy, saying I want to be in front of this lane, I want to be in front of that lane. A lot of familiarity from last night. Striker behind, he's going to clear the 53 of Burke off the corners. Got to be careful off of 2. There's a dip right off the corner you can get loose on, and you can see everybody likes to wiggle just a little bit, especially in the draft there. Now, padded up here for the top 3. Striker going to look low. Hartung is going to cut him off. Burke going to look high, saving his tires. Let's focus on the run for Burke here.
Tire savings not really the big issue here. Everybody running all 5 lanes straight up into turn 1, dropping heavy into the corner. Folks, you're seeing a little flicker in there for paints turning whites because I refreshed the paints here and try to make some things happen. Biggest move of the race, Coulter Jr. on the run, right now up 11 spots, the number 1 truck. Down the back straightaway has Jason Day and Brad Dove in tow. Brad Dove keeping it clean, up 5, has the 52 in tow, down to the bottom side, second lane running. Natural line for the 25. Anthony Shook had to jump to pit road because I do believe his connection finally gave out. Having to make that work. Jason Day just ran his fastest lap of the race as well, 40.19 as they continue to go. Fast lap for the drivers. Now we're going to be in the 39.9 sector. We believe 39.9 is the exact lap that is the fastest lap as Jeremiah Burke runs that, is going to be sitting in 3rd. Here comes Krober, Brock, top 5, all within a blanket, and right behind him, well, there's everybody.
Take a look up towards the front. Look at Brandon Banks. Brandon Banks is holding on, but I feel the drivers behind him. And I think he's really pulling these guys around the track. He's got the 47 behind him. That would be
Eric Schaefer.
Eric Schaefer.
He digs that one. I was going to say right there, Nathan Biggert starting to poke his head up here now. And Eric Schaefer keeps him honest and keeps him tight, keeps him close. They were 3 wide there for a second as Schaefer, Nathan Biggert, and Retchin were all side by side. And now all of the biggest movers trying to make it work. Whoa, baby, a little bit free back here.
Hold on to it, Krober. Oh, no, that ain't Krober.
It's Eric Schaefer.
Schaefer. Retchin still running up there. Mark Retchin, 8. He did start second, had a great qualifying today. Wretched running here behind Brandon Banks, trying to make it work behind him. You got the 81 of Mark Odell, and then you got John Hammond on the bottom in that unmistakable yellow car.
Chopping at 74 for Brian Rayburn. That was the driver we saw get free. It was not Schaefer. We apologize about that. Brian Rayburn was getting a little free back here. Off corner exit, able to save it, kept it running. Right behind him, Connor Hazel and Wesley straight to the left side. They continue to move. Jason Hastings back into the mix for the 49. We see the Exalt. Chevy Silverado, a lot of Chevys. You know, I was talking about how there was a Ford dominant league that we used to call on Sundays. And how about a Chevy dominant league here for the Truck Series for Chop Shop?
Yeah, very Chevrolet dominant. Got 5 Fords, 1 Toyota here. I gotta say, everybody's staying pretty much towards the bottom of the racetrack, the middle to the bottom. They're not quite worn in that top line yet. I say give it 5 or 6 laps. Someone's gonna test out that top lane, and they might just find some speed in it.
Folks, we're going to let them have at it. We've got some driver cams coming up for you here in just a moment. It is going to be time for your Sounds of iRacing coming live for you here. We'll be right back in just a second. Take a listen, crank it up. It's going to be good. Sound of racing that you want to hear. Well, here it is, folks. 17 laps in. Some close moments. Here's Jason Hastings moving up 5 spots. Wretched having a little bit of a struggle right now up into the wall a couple of times, but he is, I think he's just trying to save here. This is one of those racetracks that you kind of have to put yourself in the momentum spot. That's where he's at right now, right behind the 49. Hastings crosses over the 77. 77 crossing back over as well. The Australian native Michael Caffrey here in the outside lane out to the outside. Joshua Brackus, Brandon Banks in tow. As right now, Jeremiah Burke under fire as well. Hartung still only 2/10 of a second lead as the 88 and the 8 dig at it here. We're seeing a lot of battling happen here. Colby Hartung about to be under fire as this one has really started to push.
Cluster there back by Hastings. Hastings kind of leading that cluster back there in 16th. Got Brad Dove, the 25, getting by Iracing in the 38. That would be Sam Benson trying to work his way by. Sam Benson looked like I expect him to be more up front at these bigger racetracks.
Well, he started 13th. Benson is a great driver. He's very aggressive. He likes to get himself in the momentum. Anytime he's been aggressive lately, though, he's kind of got himself into a little bit of trouble. So I think he is trying to be patient here, maybe trying to save some of the tire. I mean, the stage is going to come up here around lap 30. Drivers should be able to make it on fuel. That was one of the questions that we see out of this one. They take it to the third of the way mark. Not like a super speedway where 30 laps would actually kind of like hurt you. This one going to go I think this one will go all the way to lap 30. They should be fine. It'll be tires and a green flag pit stop, maybe if it runs completely green throughout. But right now, some of the biggest things that I'm seeing, Mark Retchen having a little bit of a struggle back here in the 24. Is trying to defend a race line. 26 is in tow of him right now. That's Munier. As the driver who loves hockey so much. I think I'm pretty sure he plays hockey. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute since we've had a conversation with CJ. But I know he's a big hockey fan and love seeing these guys back out here. Newbrow trying to have that long run race pace once again. Anthony Crownover back here. Drivers in the back working on it. Of course, Anthony Shook. I believe Anthony out of the race. Carlton Hendry carrying some pace. We'll look at Ryan Winch, who's going to be off 11 spots. And I think maybe just trying to take it easy right now. Alex Thompson to the tail of the field as well. Up 3, though. Bobby G right where he's at, right where he started. How about Anthony Damiani? He's off 1, but he's got drivers in front of him. And the field is very spread out. I mean, we're talking Colby Hartung sitting out of turn 4. And Damiani is going to be somewhere right getting into turn 3. So there's a lot of time between these drivers.
Yeah, it just kind of this field starts to get, we got 38 car field. A lot of people start battling, a little bit of side jacking. It just starts to drag that field up and starts ripping it apart like a good chicken. You know, it comes apart real nice and just everything starts to get spread out, and it's going to calm down for a little bit, you know, until these tires start changing. These tires are going to start changing, and you're going to notice there's people who are running a better line than others, and there's going to be people moving to the top, and they start ripping and finding the speed, and we're going to watch a big shift in the field here. Just got to wait for it, and it's gonna go off big here.
Draft starting to really come into play. You see Krober back here putting some time back into the 14, gets closer. All the drivers run to the high side, the low line out of the way now, as Krober and Strickland work on each other here. Sam Benson, he and CJ having a battle here side by side as the 38 and the 26 go at it. 25 in tow. All of that looks like rush hour traffic in the California State. 7 laps to go this time by for the stage. It's Colby Hartung tries to hold on to the lead up near the wall. The one thing you don't want to do as the race leader, well, you don't want to touch that wall. That wall is a no-go situation. Here's your battle box for the lead as Krober really trying to close in here.
Krober's trying to work right behind him, and just like I said earlier, you see that top lane is starting to rip. Krober, he also needs to get that clean air on his nose. You kind of notice going into turn 1 there, it was just a little bit higher, you know, just get a little bit of air on that nose to try to help the downforce. Let's see how he does in turns 3 and 4 here. Follows him right behind him this time. Maybe a little bit lower than Hartung. Just got to get a little bit of air on your nose. As long as you got a little bit, you'll be fine.
Wall tap, little scrape there, all the way down to the bottom side. 18 running that middle portion of that first lane. 14 all the way to the bottom. Trying to carry more momentum. Brandon Banks up one more spot. Got himself right around Jeremiah Burke there. Now trying to go back after it and trying to track down Michael Strickland, the 01 of Biggert, right there in tow, trying to go for his 6th win on the year. And I think he's got his hands full now as the 1.5-mile, 2-mile specialists start to work at it. And they are digging on the corner.
14-degree bankings in the turns, 3 degrees on the back stretch, about 5 on the front stretch. Got to use the banking to your advantage where it will let you. Krober trying to attack up front still, just hanging out, waiting for the opportunity or the mistake from the 14.
Top of your screen, you see it scroll across, folks. Fastest laps of the drivers. The race leader only ran a 40.05. There's John Hammond. He gets around Jason Day one more time, back to where he started. We'll see if Day tries to press into the issues here. Here comes Jason Hastings, the 1913 I-rated driver, digs the corner. 75 working the high side. I saw that his computer was having issues. I'm glad to see it's working. He's got a brand new computer that was going through an issue earlier, and we don't like to see those kinds of things. Look at all these Chevy logos you're about to see scroll across. First forward is going to be Jeremiah Burke back in 6th. Nathan Biggert holds on to that 5 spot. Eric Schaefer is going to be in right behind Mark Odell. Odell up 5. 81 a little Hot Wheels action as they continue to push. 47 is going to be in that mid-top lane. 02 of Wesley Straight. Biggs out of the back straightaway. Joshua Brock having a little bit of a connection issue on himself. He is back to 10th. The biggest mover outside of the top 10 is going to be kind of tied right now. We had a bunch of drivers, 6th spot. Actually, I see a positive 7 gain. Connor Hazel up 7. Everybody, we have like a 9-way tie for drivers who are up 6 spots.
A lot of movers, a lot of fallers. Mark Retchen back 24 spots in 26th. As we're coming to 2 laps to go in this stage here.
24 back to the inside. Coulter at one time was up 11 spots, now back to 25th. And the track starting to come to him here. They're going to, a little wall tap for the 1 to the 24. They're good. 2 to go. As now these trucks starting to tighten up. Very much so. If you're under that bottom side, it's going to send you up the race line. That's why this becomes an ever-changing track. Brandon Banks to 3rd, trying to get a little bit more time out of this. 1 more spot for the stage. This is a little bit more points. 88 back to the inside. Toby Hartung working that high lane with Krober in tow. Hartung took his 80s Wheaties today. He's going to come around and take the white flag for the stage. Hartung down to the bottom. Krober in tow. Banks and Strickland side by side. White flag for the stage. His Autoclub has ran green for 29. Can they make it green for 30?
Hartung coming off of turn 2. Krober trying to attack. It's not going to be enough. Brandon Banks under attack for 3rd. The 01. What's the 01 going to do here? You see Burke poking out there, back there in 7th. 6th, pardon. Striker behind the 01. I don't think anything's going to change in this top 5.
Krober to the bottom side. Tries to make one last-ditch effort. Colby Hartung utilizing all that momentum is going to come around. He's going to get it. He's going to knock it out of the park. Stage win for Colby Hartung. Krober, Banks, Biggert, Strickland, your top 5. And an interesting day so far. 30 green flag laps, and the stage comes to a close. Rob Van Ness giving us a like. Folks, if you haven't done so, reach up at that like, follow, subscribe button for more content from over here at Signature Esports. Go follow us on TikTok, and we are live not only on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, but we're also live on X at Real Sig Esports on Twitter. Go check it out. This was a good ending right there. Colby Hartung knocking it out, though.
At Colby Hartung, I believe you led it flag to flag. And I won't forget Krober. We've been talking to him in the booth a lot lately, but he shouted out that this is the race that he's going to win it at. So keep your eye out for Krober. He specifically said, I said, Krober, where track you gonna go win at? He's like, let's circle Autoclub. That's gonna be the race we win at. And so Krober, yeah, we heard you say it earlier. Let's hold you up to it, man. You're there in second. You're in a good spot. Let's keep it up.
Toby Hartung will lead him off to pit road. I've got to make a change on a logo because it's not showing up here, folks. So bear with us. We're going to take a vocal break, and we'll catch you up on all the action when we get back here in just a second. All right, driver's going to take tires and fuel. It's going to be a whole different story here. Stryker is going to be one of the drivers that we didn't see come down. I didn't see him come to pit road, so we'll see what's going on with that. Chop Shop as a podcast. Chopping it up, media and podcast all within everything that they do. I did add that logo there, so make sure you go check them out on YouTube. Brandon Porter, Donnell Williams having an issue as they came around. Here's what happened here. Okay, we're just playing catch up here. The 11. Oh, I think the 11 wasn't paying attention. Donnie, this little Beef Jerky Unlimited, gets slammed off the corner there. Hate to see that for any driver. And oh man. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully that truck is going to be okay. It nailed under caution there. Or Brandon had an issue. He might have. All right. Well, they're going to be back. They'll be fine. It'll be fine. Brooklyn coming to pit road's going to take fuel for the long haul. Maybe try to run a different lap. If you run a little bit longer of a lap, we'll see. Stryker leaving pit road now. Toby Hartung is your race leader as they will go to work. All right, what do we expect for this final stage? This one's getting downright interesting. So we've seen a whole lot happen. Nani getting more of that truck work done. Of course, he's running the Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams. Speaking of Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams, there's one of them, Alex Thompson, knocking it out of the park, just having a decent day, just try to keep himself cool, calm, and collected. Run a little chop enjoyment there. Also, Brad Dove out there as well in 15th, up 5 for the 25. We get ready to have at it again. Tell me about it, man.
Green here. Hartung led the entire race so far. Krober on the outside. I'm looking for Krober to make some moves here. It is about long run speed. Who can take care of their car the best here in the end? And I believe you can do this possibly on, you're going to be able to do this on one stop. You might need to save a teeny bit of fuel. You should be able to do this one stop. So take care of your car. Let's look forward to the long run.
Right down to the bottom side Right back here. He's giving up the spots that he needs to. I think he's just trying to take his time. He sees a lot of people making the way around him. Is Brad sitting off-centered on his wheel, or maybe it's just the camera? I don't know. I have to ask Brad. By the way, all good. Check in. And thank you to all the driver cams that are out there. Much love to them. There's Alex Thompson running back here with Damiani in the 23. Right behind him, going to be the 59 of Hayden Malcolm. Malcolm putting a little bit of extra effort into it as well. 16 to the bottom side. Damiani rolls that second lane all the way to the bottom for the 16. These drivers deserve their own recognition just the same. 23 up near the wall. 16 second in that second groove, coming all the way to the bottom side. Big move for the 23. 16 needs to come all the way up to the wall if he wants to have a better entry. One thing about this racetrack, you need to have the entry. The entry is the most important. Whether you're the leader or you are following everybody, you need to get out there and do it. How about it? Brandon Banks now moving his way forward. $38 trucks in today's race, and everybody has been up a few, down a few. 14 all the way to the bottom side. Brandon Banks running to the third lane. It's going to have momentum. Gave him a big shove to the 14, but gave him a big boost into the corner. 14 outpaces the 54 now as Nathan Biggert is in tow. Sam Benson back here getting a shout out from a lot of folks. There goes Connor Hazel to the outside. 38 off 2 from the start of the race. He's a little free on the bottom. Right there's the 6 of Michael Newbrow. 3 wide on the front straightaway. Coulter Jr. 38 runs the 6 down. 6 to the inside. 38 trying to make it clear. Not quite into the corner. 1 way up the race line. Runs behind Connor Hazel. Hazel crosses over to the 38. Puts a little dirty air on the 38. Side by side once again. 3 wide as they go. Holy ever-loving goodness.
It's getting tight back here for sure. Everybody's going for it.
2 and 3 wide across the dynamic. Here they go. Here's a look at the chopper cam. 6 and a 38 battling. 77 of Caffrey in the middle. Hayden Malcolm having an issue. On top of the wall. Here's what happened. Oh, the 25 of Dove. Whoa, I've not seen that before. Blown engine and everything. So Hayden Malcolm to the 59. Rolled the bottom side here. No caution here. 25 down, 59. Ouchie. Holy cow. Literally never seen that before. He does reset. Dean giving us a like. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for being out there. Much love to you. Cole Hartung. Got his hands full right now. 54 to the 01. There's Jeremiah Burke in tow as well. Malcolm jumps to pit road. His night has ended. Joshua Brock is going to be a lap down. Joshua Brock 2 laps down. Ryan Wendt is a lap down. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Dean says good luck to the drivers out there. Thank you, sir. SpeedyTrophies.com. You got to go to SpeedyTrophies.com to get your award, your trophy, your celebratory remarks, things that you could need, things that you might need, or maybe you just need to have something engraved. Get a hold of them, SpeedyTrophies.com. If they don't have it on the website, they'll find it or they'll make it. Get a hold of them out there. Use promo code SHOPSHOP10. Save 10% for your next order. Maybe your league needs something. Maybe you need a bowling trophy. Maybe you need, I don't know. Maybe you just need anything.
Maybe you need a trophy for your Daytona 500 win that you just won.
I didn't win.
I did.
I finished 11th, I finished 16th, and I finished 14th.
Oh man, I just ran one and I won it, and so I was like, yeah, nope, that's good. I'm done for the weekend.
That'd have been the case for me. 14 breaks the draft up to the 54, trying to get away from that super speedway mentality. But right now, the 54 to the 01 carrying momentum on the bottom side. Great train rolling. They're coming around the bend. Whoa, Krober on the back bumper to the 53. Right behind him, Wesley Straight, Eric Schaefer.
Eric Schaefer just bring up the rear end of that lead pack there. There's a little bit of a gap. There's about 7/10 of a second gap between Schaefer and Dell in the 81.
Marco Dell has been just keeping his cool. I think he sees what's going on in front of him and what's going on behind him. He's just trying to maintain a gap.
I cannot help but root just a little bit. I know I'm not supposed to, but root for Krober just a little bit because of the conversation we had as the 54 goes below the 14. One day we'll get it to stick. Everybody look out. There's the 01 on the outside of Biggert on the 54 of Banks. You gotta look out for Biggert. He's won 5. He won last week at Kentucky, pardon.
Nathan Biggert, the winningest driver in Chop Shop Racing across all of the NASCAR series as they continue to push. He's got a couple of wins in the Dirt Series. Not this season, but last season he did. And right now he is pushing the outside envelope 14 of Hartung, trying to control the dirty air on the drivers behind him. Nathan Biggert learning where the drivers are running, but watch out now. Jeremiah Burke, Brandon Banks still here as Banks slides up behind the 53. Burke on the run.
Burke making it work. I did not do that on purpose. Banks behind Burke, trying to make it work on Krober. Krober on the inside. Krober is now fallen all the way back to the 02. And a bad release off of turn 2.
Battle for the lead from the 01 to the 14. 01 to the inside, 14 down the side track. The race here on the straightaway is going to go to Biggert, but Hartung with a little bit of speed as they'll be side by side at the line. Hartung still leads this lap.
Biggert gonna try to make it work on the bottom down into turn 1. If he goes all the way down, Hartung gonna try to make that middle line work. Off of the corner, can the 01 clear? The 01 slides up, clears him. The 53 traps the 14. The 14 had nowhere to go. He had to push the 01 and help him out. The 14 gonna look low here. Gets onto his quarter pound, gets the side draft, pulls down. You gotta try to do the same thing the 01 did to him. Can the 01 stave him off? No, here comes the 14 up the track. The 01 into the wall. 14. Ooh. I don't know if the 14 pushed him up there.
14 was clear. 01 was still full throttle. Here comes Brandon Banks now. Eric Schaefer getting around to 73. I'm sorry, the 53. 53 took some nose damage off the back bumper of the 01. And you know the 01 says, I gotta go. Here comes Colby Hartung. Brandon Banks in tow. Eric Schaefer to third. Krober as Wesley straight behind. The top 5 have cycled around. And here comes Brandon Banks, the 54, down to the 14.
And Brandon Banks just tapped the apron right there. And you saw his car just get a little bit unsettled. He did a great job to pick it back up, get back into the gas, and drive to the outside of that 14. What a job by the 54 of Brandon Banks.
Wesley straight in tow, top 10. We've got to go back here. Up 11 spots. It's Michael Newbrow. How about Anthony Crownover? Up 18. He in the 49 going places. Jason Hastings behind the 55. 53 of Jeremiah Burke, Nathan Biggert. All of these drivers seeing a whole different look of the race line now as we're going to be 49 of 100 complete this time by Brandon Banks, Eric Schaefer, Colby Hartung battling it out. Banks takes over the lead. New leader coming around is going to lead from the halfway mark.
Yeah, I think he's going to get clear the 14. He's completely clear. The 47 is Schaefer going to try to look down low on him. The 14 going to try to cook that high side and get the momentum off the quarter. Krober helping the 14. 47 going to try to clear here. He does. Oh, no, he doesn't. The 14 doesn't let him in. The 54 says, hey, I want you with me. That 14's been leading this whole race. Let's get you two to fight side by side. Let's give me a comfortable spot out here out front. Krober sitting in fourth, sitting behind the 47, getting a great run off the corner up behind the 14, who with the 47 below him. There could be a little contact here. A little bit of contact.
No contact. 14 to the outside, 47 on the inside. Side draft specialists out of both of them. They've ran next to each other. Teammates 1-2 right now. Hartung, Schaefer trying to make a great race out of this one, but here comes TJ Krober. Bump draft on the outside, 47 trying to make the 14 work. 54 trying to help the 47 clear. Brandon Banks put some dirty air on the 14 on the high side. Here comes the run. 47 to Schaefer to clear down to the bottom as they roll out of 4. 14, 54. Battle for the lead between four drivers, and there are more starting to work it. 54 has to try to hold off the 14. The 47 might try to make the pass here. Side-by-side action from second on back.
54 diving low, going to try to hop up in front of the 14 again off the corner. 47 going to get on the door of the 14. The 8 following. No help for the 47. Here comes Krober to help the 47 out. Krober just chilling in fourth place.
Brandon Banks controlling the line here out of 3 and 4. As now the 14 there to the back bumper, the 54. 47 trying to close in, clear the line as well. Banks, Krober, Schaefer all try to get around the 14. 14 making them earn it.
Draft, the great equalizer, making this interesting here. The 47 behind the 54. The 14 is going to have the run off the corner. The 47 is going to get back to his door. We're seeing it time and time again. It becomes even off of turn 2.
As the battle for the lead continues to roll, we have to jump back. Chris Roberge up 17. He has been known as the king of the biggest mover, and this guy had a great podcast this past week with Ryan Wendt. If you haven't checked it out, I put it on our Facebook page. I shared it in our Discord, and I also made sure that folks know that Roberge is the nicest Canadian you're going to meet, right next to Jason Day. They live in pretty much on the same island, and they've been killing it out here. Roberge taking it easy. He's going to be up 16, trying to maximize his profitability here. He's doing a great job. Has Robert Church up at that up 11 here. Rincon to the 28, having a great day. He's going to be up 14. Still your biggest mover of the race. Still trying to move forward. There's the 55 to the inside. Anthony Crownover, part of the original OG. He is there, third lane up, fourth lane up. Right there side by side with the 01. Drivers are moving. Brandon Banks, Colby Hartung, Eric Schaefer putting on a clinic up front. Schaefer dropping to the inside of the 54. There they go. The battle for the lead on the back straightaway is going to be right here as well. 47 trying to clear. 14 into the wall. They almost collect each other. Holy cow, are they running. 47 clears himself. 14 is going to give him a big shove into the corner. 47 down, try to clear for the 54. Side by side, close racing, bumper to bumper action. And here they come off the back corner. Front straightaways busy again. 14 finally able to clear. And now it's going to be on the back bumper of the 47.
47 trying to cook on the bottom below the 54. Noticing this whole time the 8 isn't getting too hasty here. He's keeping his eye out, making sure these guys don't make any massive mistakes. The 47 clears off the corner. I missed that giant run. I didn't even see it. He was so sneaky. The 47 is Schaefer to the lead. Banks second pushing. Hartung third. Krober just hanging out in fourth. I think there's got to be some kind of strategy to Krober here.
Colby Hartung give a big shove to the 47 to help him clear the 54. I do believe the 14 had a little bit of wall damage there on that last section, but they're running very clean. Top 11 drivers. Top 15 drivers, all within 3 seconds of each other. As now the drivers starting to clear. Munier's going to be back here. CJ He's trying to close it as well. Happy days for the 26. He's going to be up 6. Robert's back up 17. Got himself back around the 5 as he now tries to close in on the 28. 98 to the third lane, down to the bottom side. 5 rolling the corner. Robert's back to it. Banks and Schaefer back to the lead. They just swap positions again. Hartung under fire from the 8. Side by side from Crownover and Hastings. They're working on getting around the 0-2. Connor Hazel trying to work on another top 3 night for himself. Holy cow, everybody's going places. Newbrow up 13. I never say count out Michael Newbrow. He is there. He knows the tracks. He knows what he's got to do. He's continuing to move forward.
Newbrow
about Hartung. Holy cow, here they go again. Every time we try to talk about somebody in the back, these top 5 are killing me, man. Go ahead, man. We're talking about Newbrow. We're on Newbrow. Go ahead.
I think we had some kind of lag there because I'm losing you.
Michael Newbrow sitting up here right behind Jason Day. Up 12. Day gets around for 11th. How about John Hammond just picked up? He was 15th, now 14th behind Jeremiah Burke. Newbrow up in front. Oh, baby, they're going. 53 down below the apron. 75 has to check up there. Almost runs into the back of the 53. That bottom, very bottom. If you put the tires below that white line in any corner, you're going up the racetrack. Brandon Banks out front. How about Mark Odell? Odell now to the inside of the top 5. He's trying to put on some pressure to the 8. 14 to the 8. Rolling the corner. 40 laps to go this time by.
Banks back to the lead. Schaefer second. Krover still picking in 4th, but Mark Odell has made his way back up there. He is now part of this top 5 pack, and he's deep in it. Gonna try to start making positions up here.
Jason Hastings moving his way forward as well. Here comes the 49 up 15. Anthony Crownover sits back in 9th. The 55 has Jason Day in tow as well. Wesley Strait holding on to the 8th spot. 49 down to the bottom, clearing in. Rayburn in and out of pit road here. Had a penalty on 60. Had to come down and serve it. Anthony Crownover holding on to the 18, that positive 18, or trying to hold on to it. Jason Day to the bottom side. Here comes Michael Newbrow. Nathan Biggert back to the end as well. 6 trying to clear. Biggert runs him solid. Banks, Schaefer, 1-2. Bobby G coming to pit road. I tell you what, how about them apples, man? These guys are putting on a show.
Yes, and you know what? Pit road's going to open pretty quick here to be able to make it to the end here. Start looking for some guys to start pitting here in the next 10 laps. Krober makes the move for 3rd.
DJ Krober slides the 14 here. Hartung, it just got ran. Pretty much everywhere, anyway but Sunday. That's pretty much what's been happening here. Krober to 3rd as Kobe Hartung tries to work on it as well. Manrud giving us a like. How you doing, sir? Much love. That's the legend out there. Manrud Racing knocking it out of the park. That reminded me, I was making some changes earlier, and I forgot to do that. There it is, Manrud Racing, the logo on the bottom left. There are links in the description. You check out that guy. He's been my number one. My number one. Here's my number one. You know, that's the dude. Go check him out on all his platforms. Thank you for the share, sir. I appreciate you. How about this field, man? 38 trucks started today's race, and we are Well, we only have 2 drivers out. Anthony Shook had an internet connection. He's 16 laps down. We have just a handful of drivers off the lead lap. Odell trying to put some time in. How about that 36 lap deficit about to change here? As will be 35 laps to go next time by. Brandon Banks, Eric Schaefer out front. Schaefer trying to put some time into the bottom side. Has had a great truck all day long. And it's one of the, I talked about him at the early get-go. He's fast. And when I mean he's fast, he's fast. So is Brandon Banks. So is TJ. TJ, you talked about him earlier there, Bryant. He said that this was his favorite track. This is the one he would circle if he needed to get a win. This is one he is making the effort to do so. He's had the best truck on the long run on the inside of the top 10.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of patience here in that 8 truck. And I noticed he can run around a lot of aggressive guys, but in my experience, from what I've seen from him, he always stays calm, cool, and collected. And that's how you succeed on iRacing. You gotta just stay calm, cool, and collected. And if you do that, the wins will kind of fall in your lap sometimes. Just take care of yourself and get to the end.
I do believe he is taking care of everything he needs to, and right now, this track has been loud. It's been insane. It's been everything you could ever have asked for, and we've been put on one heck of a show here. iRacing is the platform for sim racing, folks. If you haven't done so, make sure you go to iRacing.com. Green flag pit stop starting to happen now, and we're going to start seeing some of the first takers. With 33 laps to go, this is a good time to do it. Since we've had this long green flag run, there's going to be drivers coming to pit road earlier to try to short pit some of this and get themselves in and out and get themselves back on a different segment. Right now, the fall off is about 2 seconds, or about, the best lap for Brandon Banks at 39.97. 41.83 was his last lap. Schaefer was a touch faster, about a tenth faster. Krober's actually 2/10 of a second faster than both of the drivers the last couple of laps as we stare at Colby Hartung here. Krober is on the back bumper of these 3, and he might be just trying to leapfrog them as they get ready to go. 47 to the 8. The combined I rating for your top 3 just over 14,000.
Yeah, I want to shout out here. The 01 has fallen back a lot since he hit that wall. He fell all the way back to 11th and 12th back there, but he just hit it a lap ago. So he's going to try to short pit this and get those fresh tires, get some fast laps in, and hopefully make himself back up front. But 3, 4, 5 laps on tires makes a difference. I don't know if that's quite the call.
He's been fast. He's been furious. That's exactly who that driver is. Folks, if you haven't done so, again, hit that like button, hit that follow, hit that share. Do what you got to do. How about all of our drivers having a good day? How about Alex Thompson back here, part of the Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams? BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Tell them your boy sent you. The signature said, I need to buy some spicy beef jerky from you. And that spicy beef jerky is going to be the nitromethane. And you have to like spicy food, though, folks, because it's spicy. And I like spicy food. Like, I'm okay with, like, my favorite sauce is, I buy it in a little squirt bottle now. It's a Carolina Reaper sauce that I buy. And that's what I put on my eggs in the morning. So if I like Carolina Reaper and I can eat that like it's Tabasco, then you know what nitromethane is going to be doing if I say it's spicy. Go out there and get yourself some. They have a sample pack. It's $55 plus shipping. Go check it out on BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. They also sell some barbecue sauce in store. Go check them out up there in that wonderful location they have up there in Michigan. And tell Tommy D that Signature Esports says, hello, how you doing? Red Dove. He came to pit road, circle penalty. He's in 30th right now. He's leaving pit road again. So we're going to see if he's going to be okay. He's coming off of pit road right now, hits the grass. And hopefully he's not getting a black flag for that one because he was there. How about Eric Schaefer, Devin Asuda, Jason Hastings on and off track here. Hastings having an issue. To take a look back here, he had an issue coming off on 70. Hopefully he's good. Take a look here. I think he might have just touched the grass or got free. He did. He just got a little free right there. That section, when you're getting up, it's so flat right there. You're so used to the banking that when you get back off of that corner, it can be an issue. That's one of the hard parts about getting up on these 2 mile or mile and these 2+ mile length tracks. Is that very flat surface on the bottom. You're trying to get up to speed, and as you're getting up to speed, very easy to cook that tire as you get through the gears.
I was really worried about Krober there. Payne was one of the last packs to come to pit road. You see Bigger in 6th. That short pit paying off, gained him about 6 to 7 positions. Krober came last. He was in the lead. He was in the lead pack. He lost about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds to the leaders due to that pit stop. About 2.5 seconds. That one lap makes the biggest difference. Fresh tires are so much quicker than these old tires here at Auto Club. And, you see it in Biggert's car, but will Biggert's car last long enough at the end, or will he start falling is the question. All these guys on newer tires than him by 3 or 4 laps. It's a tire game right now at Auto Club, and it's going to come down to just raw pace. Brandon Banks in the lead, Hartung second, Hammond coming out of the woodworks for third, Rayburn, the Pope, the 74 in fourth, and Krober came out fifth.
Eric Schaefer, the big news here, had about 10 extra seconds on pit road there. Seeing him back here in 19th. He's going to be driving every bit of his laps, 39.89, his fastest lap. So he's going to be trying to work around all of these drivers. He's got about 11 seconds to make up to his teammate Brandon Banks. Is right now the 14 of Colby Hartung. Tries to track down some time. John Hammond came in on 64. We were talking about can these tires hold up? Well, there's a section of that. How about Donnell Williams? There's my buddy. He is driving the Beef Jerky Unlimited Chevy Silverado. And thank you to Donnie and Coulter and all the fine folks that run my logos out there and run our sponsors for Signature Esports. I mean, for goodness sakes, they put my face on everything. And they put the Beef Jerky Unlimited stuff on everything. If you haven't seen that logo there, folks, that one right there, that's my new logo. That's my pirate logo. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I threw that on a GTP last week, man. It was a Honda. It looked good, man. It looked real good.
Tell you what, I need to put those on a shirt. I haven't put that logo on a shirt at all. I put my other Shield logo on a shirt, but not that one. All right, Colby Hartung. Brandon Banks, a 2-second lead over John Hammond. Krober had the longest green flag run and some of the best laps he turned toward the end in the sector. He needs to probably just keep it cool here and bring his pace like he did before. Had about a 1.5 seconds difference on his pit stop than some of the other drivers behind him, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He's right on par for his total pit time for being about a 50.9 second total pit lane time. Brandon Banks, 50.3 seconds. Colby Hartung, 50.75, and that is because of the pit road speed limit here at Fontana. You're going from 193 miles an hour down to that 45 mile an hour zone. You 50 miles an hour. That's it. It's insane. But admin box gives us 25 laps to go here. The battle for the lead heats up. Top 10, all within a striking distance. Michael Newbrow tied for the biggest mover of the race. Here's Jason Hastings tied for the biggest mover of the race as well, up 16. As all the drivers working on it. Joe Thompson up 16 as well. How about them apples? How about the 12 putting his nose out there and having some fun?
Yeah, starting on the last row and that 12 car. Gotta love it. That Browning. It's a classic look for sure.
Coulter Jr. the bottom side. How about it now? Thompson up 18. Came in on lap 68, seeing drivers in front of him saying, hey, you know what? I got places to go, and there is Coulter. We love ourselves from Coulter. We love ourselves some Anthony Crownover as well. There's Wesley straight behind him. They both came in on 70. They got a whole lot of work to do. Krober came in on 70. He's got 2-lap fresher tires, 3 1/4 second back between Banks and Kobe Hartung. This will be a literal battle for if Banks leads the rest of this race, based on my math and my calculations, he technically would lead the most laps. Kobe Hartung led the biggest portion of that first stint. And now that we've got about halfway, we've got over that halfway mark, Banks getting there. Kobe Hartung, if he wants that bonus point, he got the stage win, but if he wants that extra bonus point to maximize his bonus points here, that leading the most laps here is a big deal. Banks out front, Kobe Hartung in second, TJ Krober's going to be in third. Here comes Mark Odell in tow right behind Jason Hastings. Apparently it was just warm enough today for a fly to creep in my room here.
Oh.
That bugs the ever-living snot out of me. You have no clue. How about Michael Newbrow? Full sent.
Hartung to the lead. Gonna try to cook up on the bottom on the 54.
Oh, baby. Little touch and go moment. That was insane.
And that's exactly what Krober wants to see.
The more they slow each other down, Hartung was clear there. He sent it into the corner. Banks just carried that much speed. As now they go back at it. Banks and Hartung trying to get a back-to-back championships here for the Chop Shop season 3. This is the 3rd season of these trucks. And right now, we're seeing a lot of that race line be dictated by the 14 and the 54. Up into the draft is the 14. Now they drop down into the corner as the speed goes to the advantage of the 54. But Hartung not done.
And I cannot take my eyes off of Krober here. With that move in 3 and 4 we saw a lap ago, that cost him 0.4 of a second. Krober's already worked up another 0.2 on that. And he's still pushing forward. Krober's got fresh air. We just gotta see what happens once he starts to get towards that 14. He's now up by almost a full, he's up by about 0.8 of a second based on about 2 or 3 laps ago.
Jason Hastings to the inside of the 8. Here comes Mark Odell and Michael Newbrow. The tires have started to level out. 8 trying to deliver the end of this race. Jason Hastings up 17. Newbrow up 18. Joe Thompson up 18. Here comes the 88 of Michael Strickland. Going to give a big bump to the 12 here. I do believe he is bump drafting the 12 forward and teaching him a thing or two, about a thing or two here. Battle for the lead down to the 14 as he cooks the inside lane. Up to the 54, side draft onto the straightaway. 14's going to run him higher. This is what Kobe Hartung needs. He needs to find a way with 17 laps to go. That backpack here, Krober, Jason Hastings, Mark Odell, and Michael Newbrow, all within the throwing distance of each other. Kobe Hartung to the back bumper. Sees Alex Thompson there. Thompson with an opportunity, finally gets himself back into the mix again. He's going to be in 34th. He did come to pit road on lap 74. He ran himself all the way to the point of being out of fuel. That's what Thompson did, and he had to spend an extra couple of seconds on pit road. He's got newer tires than the race leader and the 14. Thompson running right in front of him. There's a whole different ball game happening with Alex Thompson right now. As Alex tries to push himself, and his microphone is blocking his head. Alex, I can't see your face.
Krober's gonna catch him. I can feel it. Krober's gonna catch these two, and he's gonna be in the battle for the win. And the question is, who does he drag with him? I have a feeling Krober's gonna get there. He's already made up 1.2 seconds.
Goes around. Holy cow! Colby Hartung. Those new tires up into the wall. Oh no! Caution! Will come out. And you see, man, oh man.
Man, I was just getting excited.
Alex Thompson on the corner. Had the high line, just tapped the wall a little bit, just gets into the 14. I tell you what a save for the 14, and what a helicopter award for our good friend Alex Thompson. We'll take him back. Looking into the monitor there. There he is. Alex, well, not only were you the Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cam, but you're also the helicopter award of the day. He was just trying to run, man. That was all he was trying to do, and I feel for him. I really do. He had good speed. He had good time. First caution of the race. Big question. Are you coming in for tires?
No. Oh, no, I don't know.
I'm coming in for tires.
We're getting tires here. I was just thinking, they have no tires.
Oh, they do. They do.
They have tires. Oh, no. I had faith for the 8. I don't know anymore.
They're going to rack them, stack them, do it again. Tires for the drivers. Does anybody stay out with such a big field? Ooh, maybe.
See, that's what I get. I just cursed the poor guy, man. I feel horrible now.
Devin,
I just cursed poor old Krober.
I didn't curse anybody. Devin Asuda should be your lucky dog here. We believe. I take that back. Donnell Williams, he's coming around. He should be on that lead lap. Is Devin your lucky dog? I'm trying to figure out who the lucky dog is. We got so many people doing so many things. Is Donnie on the lane? Donnie's your lucky dog. Well, send, my friend.
Don't stay out, Krober. Come on, go in.
How about a lap led for the 23? Jason Day taking over the lead. I knew some drivers were going to try right sides for a tire strat here. Dove trying to stay out. Damiani should be your lucky dog here. Michael Strickland looking to get a lap back as well. Brad Dove looking to get a lap back. Well, Donnell Williams was your lucky dog there, folks. And a chance for Donnie to now compete for some more positions. Nathan Biggart's getting some damage taken care of as well. When he came to pit road, he's parked a little awkwardly down there. But it looks like he's just fine. So maybe just a little extra damage, maybe a little extra working on, barring a miracle, which is what Nathan Biggart is going to need here. He is not really going to be looking towards the front here. Damiani came in on 70. He's about to be swallowed up like a Venus flytrap. Alex Thompson getting the EOL here. Cause of caution here. He's going to go drop to the back. He just tapped the wall. That's all that happened there. A little bit of air shook him up. Tapped the wall, and unfortunate circumstances there. 23 is going to be trapping some drivers a lap or so down. Jason Day says, that's fine. You can be right there. DJ Krober's going to be in third. Brandon Banks in fourth. Colby Hartung gets an extra second out of this one. Dak Chrome, thank you very much. What's up, the Chrome Toaster? How you doing? Thank you so much. for being a big old follower out there on our Twitch platform. Much love to you. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid was The Brave Little Toaster. I'm sure that, the Chrome Toaster means something different. And if it doesn't, if it means the Brave Little Toaster, then you're cool. You're really cool in my books. Damiani, Jason Day. Will be 11 laps to go. And how about them apples? This has been a race for the ages. First caution, but do cautions breed cautions?
This track's too wide. I hope not. I hope not. Coming down here, the pace car is off. How does Damiani do? He waits till late. He did not go in the zone. Everybody else just got to go. The 54 goes beneath him. The 52 high. And Damiani on old tires. He needs to find somewhere to sit and be comfortable. The 45, the 75 stuck behind him. Nowhere to go. They found a pocket to get around Damiani. Oh, there goes the 75. The 75 down low. He catches the car. It's a cluster here in the back. You got the 6, the 77, the 44. What a cluster back here.
The 54 had to drop low to avoid Damiani there. And hopefully that black flag was cleared because Damiani checked it up. Brandon Banks has a black flag. He has to serve it. Caution comes out. Oh, man, he's not even going to be able to serve it. He's not even going to be able to serve it. Brandon Banks is going to have to just drive through here. Man, oh, man. Brandon Banks had to avoid an accident there on the start. Let's go back. We'll catch up with that incident here in a second. Brandon Banks right here on the restart. Take a look here. But Brandon Banks right here. Damiani. Oop. I think. Oh, it's still changing lane rule. Don't change lanes before the start-finish line. That's what happened there.
I'm wondering if Damiani spun his tires on a restart there.
Oh, he did. He got free right in front of him, but Banks was far enough back there that it was an issue. There was an issue. So right here is so this happened on the back straightaway. I have to go back up here. That's Jason Hastings right here. There's Krober there in second. 8's free. 49's free. Oh, a little free. Krober. No. 49 into the 14. 49, 14. They're going sideways. That happened there. The 12 was there. Eric Schaefer went off to avoid here. Actually, I think he got punt. Oh, no. Great job by Schaefer. Damiani. 17 drivers collected for as far as incidents go. 28 here off the surface. This gets a little skidoo. She's good. He's fine. Michael Caffrey gets punted there. He's fine. Bobby G. Tell you what, Bobby G did a great job there. Holy cow. Carlton Hendry. 66 here. Takes the grass, says, excuse me. Nathan Biggert.
Ooh, okay.
Gets punted. Roberts gets punted. Donnell Williams having to stop here. Anthony Shook having to stop here. And they are still wrecking in front of him whenever Anthony Shook is stopped back here. Man,
looks
oh
like
man.
kind of Banks trying to go to pit road there kind of really threw him off.
Well, he had a black flag. He had to come to pit road.
Yeah, he had to come, but it looked like that black flag, like the guy on the inside just did not expect it. He overreacted, and that's where that caution started.
I think that by looking at what I just saw when they were coming out of the corner. Sorry about that, folks. I got a weird button press there. That's Brad Dove leaving pit road. Let me go back to where the caution comes at. We'll go to TJ Krober, who is the driver that got free, and it kind of collected a few people here.
That is Krober, yeah.
So
did Krober save it, though? He did.
Well, Krober was right here on corner exit, so the 54 is coming to pit road, but there's a lot of time, a lot of room here. They're both just free. So watch the 54 here, puts Dirty Air on the 8, gets him free right here. Free, 49's free, Snappy free, bam, 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 bam. And then all chaos ensues. All right, we're ready to go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are just a few laps to go. We'll be 7 laps to go this time by 55 on the inside. Jason Day on the outside. And the drivers who've led the most laps, well, they're all outside the top 10.
Let's see how Jason Day does on the restart. Restarting on the top, gets a fantastic jump. Nothing like we saw the last time.
Tires are evened out. The drivers work in the corner. Jason Day, Anthony Crownover. Here comes Mark Odell.
7 laps to go here. It's going to get real aggressive.
Robert's up 22. Rincon up 21. Michael Newbrow up 19, sitting inside the top 5. If they weren't running fast laps, they're going to be running them now. 6 a little free. Here comes Connor Hazel. Hazel trying to get inside that podium. We talked to him last night. We're going to see if we can talk to him again tonight. Can he do it? But here comes Eric Schaefer. Schaefer to the big run to the 6. Trying to help the teammate out, saying, hey, let's go. We're going places.
81 following the 52 here.
Jason Day trying to clear Anthony Crownover. Wesley straight on the bottom side. 3 wide as they go. Back to 2 wide, into 3 and 4. 52, 55, 55 on the outside. Odell running as well. 02 up on the corner, 55 at the race line. Anthony Crownover takes over the lead. They're 3 wide behind as he drops down all the way to the bottom, trying to clear the lane. They're rolling as they go. Here they go. Brandon Banks, fastest lap of the race, 39.79. Five laps to go down the back straightaway. Robert's free on the bottom. Saves it. Great save by the driver. Crownover runs his fastest lap of the race. 39.99. Banks still 39.79. Jason Day down on the grass. I don't know what happened, but he is very slow. Oh, he got freed up. I don't know if he got woed up or got freed up. .52 drops into the corner. There's the 47 of Eric Schaefer to the outside. I do believe he just got free. He did. He just got free. That's what happened there. Basuna coming to pit road. He's going to be fine, though. Anthony Crownover. Eric Schaefer to the bottom side. Here comes Schaefer. Here comes Newbrow. Newbrow has Connor Hazel to the outside. Schaefer behind Wesley Straight. And now Mark Odell. Anthony Crownover trying to hold on. Get for it. Go for it. 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go here. The 55 leading. Mark Odell been up front earlier. What can he do here? The 81 following there. The 47 was up front earlier. Schaefer trying to get it done. The 55 coming into this late, but he's got the speed. Coming down to the turns 3 and 4, coming off the corner. The 81 really on the bumper, gets the 55 loose just a little bit, gets the outside. He's got the support behind him. The 02 of Straight, Wesley Straight, and the 47 of Schaefer. They're trying to make it happen for him on the outside line here. The 55 going to get right on his door, not give him the lanes. Little wiggle from the 81. The 81's going to go to the lead off of turn 2. He's going to have the momentum. The 55 trying to get the side draft, making it work. The 47 looked to push the 55. Nothing happened there. He gets behind Wesley Straight. The 55 still side drafted, really cooking on this 81. He's not going to give it up here. Coming to 1 lap to go. The 55 hooking the bottom. He's going to get clear of the 81. What's the 81 going to do on this last lap? The 81 going to try to cross over. There's not going to be enough there. He's got to get some draft help all the way onto the bumper of the 55.
White flag waves. Final lap. 55, 81. Schaefer, Wesley Straight. Here comes Michael Newbrow in tow down to the bottom side. 1 and 2 busy. Crown over, trying to hold on. It's been the most aggressive race so far. Wesley Straight back to the corner. The draft being broken up by the 55. Down to the corner. Final turn. Final 2 quarters of the race. 55, 81, 55 down to the bottom. 81 up on the high side. Diving into the wall. 55 down. Crown over wins. Odell second. Schaefer third. Here for Autoclub, as this was an epic race for all the ages. Anthony Crownover gets the win, and a great run for all the drivers.
What a race there. Wow, what a job by the 55, making it work, holding off that 81. 81 giving him some bumps here, saying, hey man, heck of a race, my man. That was some fun stuff.
Schaefer giving a little love tap at the end. A burn it down moment for Anthony Crownover. What a race this ended up being. A phenomenal 38-lap truck feature. Week 11 just keeps getting busier. Anthony Crownover will burn it down here as the drivers continue to finish up. Here is your race results. SpeedyTrophies.com Truck Series, getting you all of the action here for the Chop Chop Racing Truck Series. Crownover, Odell, Schaefer, your top 3. Not without a battle from Wesley Straight and Michael Newbrow, doing a phenomenal job putting on a great show. Your biggest mover of the race, Jorge Rincon, up 25 spots for the number 28. Connor Hazel finishes inside the top 10 as well. He's going to be in 7th. 5 spots for Sam Benson. The 19 spots gained by Michael Coulter Jr. And Brandon Banks works his way from the back of the field, driving like your best friend Becky broke up with your best friend. You know that commercial. It's that Mayhem commercial that I love so much. He drives like what I call a PO teenager, gets himself back up there inside the top 10. That's not necessarily what he did, but he ran his fastest laps of the race for the last 7 laps. Did a phenomenal job of making his way back up through the field. Gets himself. He is off 4 spots, but he finishes inside the top 10. Whitehead 11th, Garofalo 12th. Rayburn finishes in 15th. Krober finishes in 18th after having a rebound, all that extra that happened to him toward the end of that one. Jason Day, 21st. Robert's 22nd. Burke is going to be at 25th. Brock finishes in 28th. A couple of connection issues for a few drivers as Nathan Biggert will be in 33rd, having to deal with some issues with the truck later on. Brandon Porter, final driver, 38th. That was a lot of drivers, a lot of action, and a whole lot happening as, man, oh man, what a good race that was. It was a great finale and a great final portion to that one as they knock it out of the park. We're going to knock it out of the park. Anthony Crownover, the legend Pro Rev Esports driver, comes home in victory lane. Anthony, you had your work cut out for you, and a big congratulations from up here in the booth.
Oh my God, I can breathe now. I got the chills and everything. That's probably my hardest spot win ever on iRacing, starting behind 7 other trucks with the EWO. Just taking the whole race to get up there, man. Trying to bide my time, trying to save the tires, make the smart moves. And then that battle with Mark there at the end, man, that was a blast. I love having good races like that where we can be clean but still rev a little bit. This is what you do it for right here.
the biggest part about this racetrack is being able to go 5 different lanes and being able to travel. And Dirty Air was kind of the biggest. Dirty Air was the biggest proponent to this racetrack. And when you're stuck in Dirty Air on a long green flag run, you feel like you can't really get there. But we watched you kind of battle, getting yourself up inside the top 10 early, and then the truck kind of falling away, and then next thing you know, you're back up again.
Yeah, well, what happened right there? I was moving. The tires weren't gone yet, and I think I got up there to Wesley, and just he was running that outside lane, so I had to go to the bottom and just couldn't get past him. And then when that happened, I lost my momentum and lost my rhythm, and then I think I got passed by 4 or 5 trucks, and then I gathered myself and went right back at it, right there before the pit stops. But yeah, man, I missed that wreck. I just held it to the floor. Because I seen the truck spinning around all around me, and I was just like, I just need these, Moses to part the Red Sea right here, and he did, and I went right through the middle of it, 0x through that, and came out of there second. And I knew Jason only had 2 tires, so I kind of thought then that I actually might be able to win this thing.
Tell you what, it was a hard-fought day for a lot of drivers there. We got a lot of talent working through the field. And you did it. Bryant, what do you have for Anthony?
Oh, Anthony, how are you doing tonight, man?
A lot better now.
Yeah, how to make mine a lot better too, my man. Well, tonight we were at Autoclub. I love this track, man. This is my favorite track. Last week we were at Jason's favorite track. This is my track. I'm sad to see it go. We got to see a day-to-night transition here at Autoclub, and I gotta say, this is the most beautiful track during the night. Just gorgeous. What was that transition from day to night like? And how did the truck change? And how did that truck come to you with the transition?
Really, it got a little bit tighter as the night went along. But the tires, if you just ran that right line, the tires stayed with you longer once the nighttime came out. So you could push it a little bit harder right there, which is what I was trying to do. But that first run during the daytime, I really saved the first 7 or 8 laps before I started trying to move up through the pack.
Tell you what, man, that was a ton of fun to watch, Anthony. It is always a pleasure to see you get out there and you put a hurting on it today. And I was incorrect. Jorge Rincon was not the biggest mover of the race. You are the biggest mover of the race. 26 spots gained. He gained 25. So that's a good job by him. Even better for you because you get the victory here. So biggest mover bonus points. You got some laps led. You win the race, and it's just good momentum coming into this one. Looking for that top 16 in points to begin the playoffs very soon. This one was good. This was a great run. Congratulations once again. Give your shout outs, man. It's your time.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder if this was ever going to happen again, but just keep putting in that work, and always shout out to Shop for putting on this great league. And Jason, Signature Esports, you know where I stand with that. #1 fan. You guys, best friend on here. I love you to death. I love everything that you stand for. And to the race team, Pro Rev Esports, Connor. I think he got himself a top 7. Like, look at Connor doing good. Consistently now, week to week. I love to see it.
Absolutely fantastic race. Connor did a great job. The Chrome Toaster giving some great shout outs out there. And it is based off the movie. Well, then you're my new best friend, because the Chrome Toaster is based off the Brave Little Toaster. And I guessed it, and that's awesome. Like, that goes back to way back in my childhood. Holy cow. Much love. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a big one. It was wild. It was crazy. And Anthony, I get to see you again the rest of the week. So good luck in the rest of your races. I hope to be able to talk to you again.
Yes, sir. Always. See you tomorrow.
That's the crowd over. The OG knocking it out of the park. Second place goes to this guy who we haven't talked to in a while. And I've been wondering how you been doing. Mr. Mark Odell gets himself a P2 spot tonight. You had a great run. Tell me about your race, man.
It was pretty good. For sure wasn't expecting it. I was expecting more like a 15th place finish, but as the race went on after that first run, figured out how to save the tires and started trying to save the tires more. And during that second run, if it wasn't so hard to pass, I think I could have got up to probably the leaders there and maybe fought with them. But still happy with the result for somebody who doesn't race every week anymore.
I tell you what, this was a great race. 38 trucks. You get to see everything behind the marker here and kind of what goes on with Chop Shop and the inner workings, doing the points and some of the graphics, doing your due diligence as well. It's kind of a proud moment whenever you get to look at this racetrack and know that 38 trucks came out here. You had 2 cautions for incident, 1 stage caution, so 3 cautions total. And you guys just ran 100 laps, and it looked like it was a blast, and it felt like a workout.
Yeah, I'm definitely tired now. 100% props to all 38 drivers that showed up tonight. Great race out of everyone. A couple incidents. The one incident I'm not sure about, but the big wreck there with like 8 or 9 to go. I mean, that's completely understandable. Everybody's trying to advance their position as much as they can. Besides that, it was a fantastic race by all the drivers involved.
Yeah, the one incident with Alex just he tapped the wall. That was it. It was a do moment. Not by him, but by just the draft on the outside. He had newer tires. He was just trying to get around them so that way they could race. And bad situation to be in, and that those things do happen. So, but it's set up for an epic wreck. That's for darn sure. But Mark, you did a phenomenal job, man. Bryant, what do you have for him?
Well, Mark, you were up there. You started to work your way up there at the end, man. I was seeing you those last few laps, and I was like, "Come on, go, Mark, go, get him." Not quite enough, but I got the most important question that anybody's going to ask you tonight. You ready?
God,
What is your order from McDonald's?
Big Mac, a large sweet tea, and obviously an order of fries.
Well, that sounds like a good meal there. But tonight we are at Autoclub. It's a beautiful night here at Autoclub. The track has really got cold at the end here. Did the transformation of the racetrack from day into night, did that make the difference in your truck? And is that why you started surging forward?
Actually, I would say that helped me a lot. Once it started getting dark, my truck really started driving better. It was that and the combination at first. I learned a lot from that first run with no practice this week put in. So after that first run, I had an idea of what I needed to do to advance myself farther forward in the field, and it ended up working out for me, I'd say.
Well, it looks like you had a lot of fun out there. Is there anybody out there you want to give a shout out to say, "Hey man, you were the funnest guy to run around tonight. I had a ball with you."
So me and TJ had some good battles. Obviously, me and Crown over there at the end. That was a really fun battle at the end of the race. That was a great way to end such an awesome race. So I'm proud of that.
All right, Matt. All right, Mark. Give us your shout outs. Who you shouting out tonight? Yeah.
Obviously the wife, baby boy, who just passed out. Everybody at Chop Shop, all 38 drivers that showed up this week, all of y'all did a whale of a job. Couldn't ask for a better job out of everyone. All the admins here in Chop Shop, everybody that makes this thing tick from week to week. And congrats to Anthony on the great win.
Knocked it out of the park. Mark, much love, man. Congratulations on the P2 finish, man. I look forward to seeing when you get back in and do some more, man.
All right. Thank you, bud.
Always. That's Mark Odell, the P2 finisher. And last but not least, this guy was my pick to be up here. He was the guy that I said was fast. He's going to be the guy that's going to put a hurting on him. And today, you had to drive through the field twice. Eric Schaefer finishes P3. The Hampton, Virginia native knocks it out of the park. Man, tell me about this one. This one was a good one.
It was quite fun there for a little while. The beginning, first stage, man, I was just sitting there saving tires, running around banks and everything, and yeah, just saving there. And then after that, man, me and Banks was like, all right, we need to go a little bit, and got up to him. And me and him just started controlling the field there, running about 70 to 80%. Colby was trying to get back by us, and we ended up just pulling away from him, and got to the pit stops, man. And I stepped on myself there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was too close to Banks, and the pit call didn't the countdown didn't go off, and yeah, it screwed me there to where I missed my pit box. But thank God we got a caution, and I was able to come back and have a top 3 finish.
Tell you what, I had wondered. I didn't go back and check on it, and I was going to ask about what happened on pit road. But we've all slid through it. You're trying to maximize your time on pit road, especially when you come in with a teammate. You come in and you're ready to go, and when you're there, you have all that confidence, and those kind of things can mess with you. But you know what? You were coming back through the field anyway. You had already, before the caution, you already made yourself back up inside the top 15 because you came out like 22nd or something like that. And you already made yourself up inside the top 15. Caution comes out, and it's just go time from there.
Yeah, it was. As soon as I saw the caution come up, man, and we were able to pit, I was like, oh, I'm licking my chops. I was like, oh, it's time to go now. And then Banks got that penalty, man. And then that daggone accident happened. I saw it happening before it actually happened, and everybody just started piling in. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the grass. I'm the only one gonna be smart here to go to the grass and just slow down a little bit. So that's that's what I ended up doing there, and it worked out in the long run. I was able to get all my spots back.
Tell you what, and that was the bravest move that I saw, because right after that, everybody else was trying to follow you into the grass, and it just seemed like an accordion kind of float down. Here comes all that traffic that wrecks off the wall, and a great move, great decision, great drive today. It was great to see you guys get out there and just run, and like it today seemed like a raw horsepower kind of truck race.
Yeah, it did, man. There was a lot of drafting, a lot of tire saving. The nightfall did not help me. I didn't like it. It got way too tight. I like a hot, slippery track where I can get it up on the right rear and just keep it there planted to drive it straight off. But honestly, Jason, I wasn't even trying to finish in the top 3. When I got up behind Newbraw, I was pushing him there, and he was coming off of turn 4 one time and got sideways in front of me, and if I wouldn't have swerved around him, I would have spun him out. So I had to go, and he's like, "All right, go ahead and go." I'm like, "All right, here we go." So then I focused on trying to run the top 2 down.
I was going to ask if you were trying to push him, because I know he's of course here battling for a championship with Banks and all the other guys, and I was going to ask if you guys were trying to work on helping him keep his position. I mean, he's still finishing inside the top 5, so like his day is not a bad day. He's up 19 spots. You guys were able to maximize and capitalize on that, and I mean, look, you get 3 of your top 5 and. Or three of you guys inside the top 5. That's a good night for the DBR team.
Yeah, it definitely was. I was trying to push Newbraw up here, man, so he can get up here and talk to you. He was disappointed he didn't get to talk to you at Kansas, man. Because like he was saying that, because I was in Discord with him while they were racing. At Kansas, you taught him almost everything about Kansas, so he wanted to get in there and talk to you and thank you and everything.
He was close, man. Banks was telling me about it too, and I was like, damn. So, Kansas is my favorite track, and that in Chicagoland, and I expect him. I kind of expect him to do well there, and he's just ever improving, and I love seeing it, and I love seeing everybody get out here and race and put on a hell. I mean, you guys put on a hell of a show. You really did. I mean, we all go way back. We've all seen the ups and downs of iRacing from my point of view, of course, and. I mean, it's just great to see you guys get out here and put on a good show. It's humbling all at the same time. So, y'all knocked it out of the park, man. That was a ton of fun. Bryant has to ask you some questions. That's part of the deal here. He's a newcomer here. Go ahead, Bryant.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to ask you some questions. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
All right. It's going to be rough. We're going to get through it, okay? Well, Autoclub is beautiful here at night. But you like the daytime, man. Shining down on those beautiful, look at all those snow up those mountains. It's so pretty. But tonight, it was quite a race. 38 trucks, lots of battles. You found yourself up front for a decent amount of that. I had to go from the back to the front, back to the front. who's like, you got to get around a lot of drivers tonight and feel them out. Who was your favorite battling partner? I love this question because it always brings out the unity in the league and who's like, yeah, this is my favorite guy. We have fun, and that guy's like, I had no idea. Who is your favorite battling partner?
I tell you what, I enjoyed racing around Nathan. He kept me honest. He kept me tight, kept me honest, made me hit my marks, so I couldn't screw nothing up. But no, I enjoyed racing around him. And but the one everybody had to look out for the most was Banks because he can save tires better than anybody. But no, my personal opinion, I had more fun racing around Nathan more than anybody.
Yeah,
And
bigger. Good.
as those lanes changed, did you find that you were able to follow the lane changing really good, or do you feel like you were kind of late to those to get to those lanes that were starting to speed up?
No, following the lane changes kind of goes with the truck. Like um, later in the run, the truck always here definitely always moves up, and the Xfinity car does too now. But the truck it always moves up here. I kind
Hmm.
of knew what it was going to do. I just wanted it to stay. I wanted it to stay sunlight to keep the track more lanes instead of just one or two lanes. But no, I kind of knew what it was going to do. We were talking about it in Discord before the race ever started. So, but yeah, it was expected.
And you look at this track, you look at it and you go, it no longer exists. Are you a supporter of that new short track that's going in there, or do you wish this track never got into the state it is today?
So I would say yes and no. And Jason will say this because I used to race short tracks in real life, so I'm a short track guy by heart. But
Yep.
I like this track, but I don't like the truck and the track combination. I like it in other
Mhm.
cars, but the truck
Okay.
it just truck needs more power to run here. It's too much drafty. But no, I do like the track on with the other cars. But yeah, I kind of like I said, yes and no opinion. So
It's
All
it's
right.
it's a love hate kind of situation because
absolutely.
when the short track gets here, the trucks are going to be amazing on the short track, and I love the Xfinity car here because I think the Xfinity car and the old Cup car on an open setup, the Gen 6 car on an open setup around this track was, I mean, you just felt like you were on ice and on edge, and you could travel anywhere. And even to this to its staple today, when this becomes a legacy track, it's going to be, if they keep the character as it is now, and they continue to have the V7 tire model adjust to the dynamic track that they've put in place. This will still be a fun place to race when it comes to the legacy version of it. But I am excited to see what the short track is going to look like, though, because I mean, let's face it, it's a new addition, and I think NASCAR needs a short track schedule that can rival rival Bristol, rival Dover, rival some of these tracks that does it. And I know Schaefer, you're a big fan of the Xfinity car. I've watched you, one of the best in the Xfinity car. You, Banks, and just everybody that we've watched come up through that program, and watch what you guys have done to those cars. Um, this next evolution of the Xfinity car, and with the trucks and how their horsepower is changing on iRacing. I think you guys have given a lot of insight to these not just leagues, but to what the cars are doing out there. So many hats off. I mean, it's incredible. So, but well, you know the deal, Eric. Congratulations on the P3 finish, man. You get your shout outs.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you guys for putting on a broadcast. I appreciate it. Shout out to the Shop Chop guys, John Hammond and all the guys for letting me in today. I literally got in the league at like 6:15 this afternoon, so I literally just got in. But huge shout out to all the DBR guys, Reaper Speed Labs for everything they do for me on the open setup side, all setup shop, Negus Paint Shop, and I think that's it, brother.
Alrighty, Eric. I hope you get out here and stomp some more butt. Because
Thank you, man. Yeah.
I'm a fan of you guys. I always have been and always will be. I mean, Nathan's won 5 races in this series, and it's about time that people that I know that I know some of the behind the scenes of the racing and where it can go and how competitive it could be. Like, if it was competitive before, you guys are just not just you guys with the DBR team, but this whole league is just, it's really stepping up for that Tuesday night series. That it's just, I mean, it's really starting to really come together. 38 trucks, and they're getting more drivers each week, which is killer. So they're doing the right thing. Eric, much love, man. Always a pleasure. Good luck in the rest of your races this week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Always. Eric Schaefer, your P3 finisher, and they call him Big Shafe for a reason, because the man is a legend. He is. He's fast. But Anthony Crownover gets the victory here. Michael Newbrow, top 5 night for you, Mike. Much love, brother. I appreciate you as always. I did want to talk to you last week, and you ran well at Kansas. I know Wesley Strait finishes inside the top 5 as well. Bryant, this was exciting, man. Tell me about it.
Oh man, this track is just yeah, I cannot stop talking about it. It's my favorite track. It's the only track I've ever been to. I said I wanted to go here for 5 years. Like, this is where I'm gonna go see my first NASCAR race. I did last year before it got torn down, but these guys just put on a show and just showed why this track was so important to the NASCAR schedule. I'm excited for the short track to come out. I will make sure I'm at that race for the last race of the 2 mile, the first race of the half mile, that short track, and I believe it'll be. But man, these guys, they just showed why this track was so amazing in NASCAR and why it got two weekends a year in the early days and had kind of a bad, stint. And then at the end, man, it was just loved so much, man. And this track in these California mountains is just beautiful. And it certainly helped these drivers put on a show tonight.
It'll be nice to see the West Coast Swing have a short track in it instead of just a bunch of 1.5-mile tracks. You know what I mean? A 2 mile and a 1.5-mile track is, it's gonna change the dynamic of it. So I think I hate to see it go, but again, I'd love to watch it leave, that kind of situation.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, because if you look at the schedule in the last few years, you hit Daytona, then you'd go to Autoclub, a half-mile track, then you hit Vegas, and then you go to Vegas, which is 1.5 miles, then you go to Phoenix, which is 1 mile. You get all kinds of variety here on the West Coast, and it really just helps out us here on the West Coast, because I'm here in Utah, and there's not many tracks around me. I gotta drive 6 hours to get to a NASCAR track, and the next one past that is about 14. And so it's like, these tracks out here are very important to us, so because we don't have them as readily available as you guys do on the East.
Let's go. Crownover Pro Rev sweeps the Chop Shop Dirt and Trucks. That's a true story. You won yesterday. Anthony won. Jason Day says congrats to Anthony. Embarrassing. Yeah, I wouldn't be embarrassed, Jason. I mean, you took 2 tires there. You tried to make it work. A little bit free. I think the 2-tire strat could have worked if the wheels could have got underneath you there. Anthony shook stupid internet. You had some. It's the first time you've ever had lag issues. And dude, I was surprised to see that. And you were running your butt off. So, but at least fellow Anthony won. That's your story, folks. This was a ton of fun. Thank you to everybody for being out there. Thank you to SpeedyTrophies.com. Again, use promo code CHOPSHOP10 to get that and knock yourself out of the park there. Thank you to all of our channel members and supporters out there across the platform. And thank you to each and every one of you for just killing it. You guys have knocked it out of the park. You guys have really put in the effort, put in the time, and really given us a great day of broadcast today. This was a phenomenal race, and Chop Shop is showing up and showing what Chop Shop's all about. Join the Chop Shop racing crew. Now, they're getting to the point of being full for the truck series. Okay, I mean, 38 drivers is pretty dang old right there. You know what I mean? So, they're there. Like that's pretty close. Now let's schedule that back and take that back just a second here. They do have a Cup series. They do have their Wednesday night series. Now, I'm calling the Gen 6 series for Winston Throwback tomorrow. So I'm going to say I want you to tune in for that. But if you are looking to race and you don't want to run the Gen 6 car and you're a road racer, I encourage you to check out Chop Shop. They do have a GT3, GTP series that they have going on right on Wednesday nights. They're off on Thursdays. Friday Night Cup series. That is of course right here. It's brought to you by Chopping It Up, but it's right here on Signature Esports. That's Friday night series. I have a Saturday Dirt Championship coming up as well. It's going to be a Reaper. But Thursday, they're off on Thursday, but I'm not off on Thursday. Signature Esports actually has their Daytona race on Thursday, so tune in for that as well. Busy schedule. Bryant is here. Bryant's going to be picking up one of our series here very soon, and we're going to be bringing that news here very soon as we get all the schedules lined out and everybody's knocking things down the park and, just doing all the cool stuff that we're used to doing. We're just absolutely thrilled to see each and every one of you just be awesome. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. I mean, I don't know which I don't know what could be worse or what could be better. But I will tell you that what's been awesome is you guys. Much love to you as well. Thank you very much. You guys have just been awesome, and I can't thank you enough for just being out there. If you haven't done so, like, follow, subscribe on all the platforms. Again, I want to thank my channel members and everybody that is out there. You guys have really just really stepped up as of late and really helped us earn a little bit more. Again, we're trying to do the studio thing. We're trying to get ourselves back into all the cool stuff that we're doing. Thank you to Shano. Thank you to Chrome Toaster for becoming a supporter out there as well on our YouTube platform. Thank you. Appreciate you. Riga, of course, thank you very much. Spartan Clan, thank you very much for being a member. Nate Cotila, thank you. Joseph Thompson as well for being a member out there on our YouTube platform. Thank you to all of our subscribers out there as well on Twitch. Thank you to our Facebook gaming folks as well. You guys are absolutely amazing for being supporters out there. And thank you to our Patreon and Prime members. If you want to help support Signature Esports, best way to do it, like, follow, subscribe, and follow us for more content. Make sure you hit the notification bell to let you know we're live. Thank you very much to everybody out there. Again, be good, be safe, be kind to one another. Life is too short to not want to have lemonade with a little bit of, I don't know, rum. You gonna rum today? Why not? Why not?
I like that lime rum. Yeah.
There you go. Have a good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow for a little Winston Throwback series. Gen 6 action back here at Auto Club. It's gonna be a good time. Be good. We'll see you in the next one.